Had a couple weddings, man. These weddings are killing me. Cramping my style. But my dance moves have never been better. Getting a lot of practice. I'm at that stage in life where everybody I know, their kids are getting married, and I got kids, friends getting married. It seems like I'm at a wedding every weekend, but it's all good.
Was it a little smoky out there today?
Smoky?
The fire.
Oh, just there's smoke everywhere.
I didn't notice any smoke. Well, I had no idea. I brought some smoke today, but I didn't know. I didn't know where the fires. Where's it at?
Table Rock and Greenville.
Oh, I didn't know.
How did you bring the smoke today?
Just brought the smoke. Give me a microphone, and it gets heated in a football team to coach, and there's usually something to talk about. It was good.
That was Kay, was he?
He's good. He was good. I mean, he's good. He bounced back. I mean, he wasn't terrible. I know everybody may, oh my God, if I say one critical thing, it's like, geez almighty. I mean, he's had a really good spring. I didn't think he was as sharp as he needed to be in that first scrimmage. You know, there's just a couple of things that I just expect of him, you know, at this stage. 2 years ago, I might not have said anything, but at this point, you know, he's got to be a coach on the field for us. But I mean, he knew it. It's not like he doesn't know it, but anytime you get an opportunity to yell at some of those guys, it's great. You know, he don't give you a lot of opportunity, so take advantage of it when you get a chance to really coach those best players hard. But again, fortunately for him, he doesn't give you a lot of that opportunity. But he's been good. I mean, he bounced back, had a good couple days, and I don't know. I think he was 5 for 7 today, and did what he needed to do with his reps. We're really pressing, you know, those other guys, and just trying to, you know, we gotta be, those guys got to be ready to go play. So some guys are limited a little bit. We've got a few guys that are taking all the reps. We're, you know, not tackling them. We're a little thin. We got a bunch of guys that are out. Just you know, I guess just kind of part of it. But we got to practice. We got a lot we got to get done. But you know, limited Woodaz a little bit today. Still got the work he needed, but really forcing an issue on some of these guys that we really need to strain and it not cost us a ball game. You know, so now's the time to get that stuff done. I'm not as much worried about winning the practice as I am getting guys, you know, exposed and get them better.
Speaking of getting guys exposed, how about the corners? I know you were really wanted to see them get better.
Yep. You know, they're. I mean, AV's been really good all spring. Ashton has you know, been pretty consistent. I think the biggest thing with him is just, again, continuing to be really detailed in his work and just being a little bit more serious from time to time. He's just his personality. He's got a lot of. He's just a kind of a happy-go-lucky kid, and just, you know, there's some times where I think he just needs to be a little bit more intense in the moment. But I mean, elite talent. You know, Gip's made a lot of progress this spring. I mean, he had a PI today, and it's just really more just awareness. You know, he's in great position and just, you know, just really, you know, not panicking in a situation. Miles Oliver had a pick today. It was good to see him because, I mean, he's been here 3 years, hasn't played a snap. He's been hurt the whole time he's been here. So, I mean, it's just good to see him out there. And it was good to see him make a big play in a 2-minute situation today. That was good. You know, so we're trying to bring as many of those guys along as we can and get them ready. But they're all making some strides. That's still got a lot of work to do.
2 scrimmages for safety in the books. What's your overall?
Yeah, some really good, and then some things where you just go, oh man, just, you know, a couple of layups that he needs to make, just a couple of situational awareness things that he needs to learn from. He's had a couple turnovers, but I mean, he can do it. I mean, he's big and strong. He's just night and day from where he was this time last spring. Last spring was the first time he really took any reps outside of just, you know, scout reps. And then that carried into the fall. We really saw him kind of make a jump the latter part of the season. And, you know, so I mean, we're really pushing. He's a guy that we're really straining this spring, so he's again, he's done some good. He's done some things he needs to do better, but he's a very conscientious guy. It's important to him, and again, he can do it. He's made some. I think in the last scrimmage, I thought he did some good things in particular, especially when he didn't know he was going in, and all of a sudden, change you're in, and he throws a touchdown in the red zone. Really well placed ball. So he's had some of that, but then he's had some other things where it's like, just guys wide open in a flat route, and just all of a sudden he gets a little anxious, speeds up, and we throw it at his feet and we catch it for 3 yards instead of scoring a touchdown. And so just a little bit of mixture, but it's just playing. He's just got to play. And so this is our opportunity to create that stress for him. He's gotten a lot of work with the ones, which he needs, and so he's just going to keep getting better because again, he's wired the right way. He's important to him, and he's a guy that we got to have him ready for if a moment comes up where we need him to go win a game.
Garrett was saying that Tristan Smith has flashed. What have you seen from him?
Absolutely. I mean, he busted an assignment today. Not his fault. That wasn't his fault, but he's flashed all spring, and he's a guy just needs to get through spring, get exposed to everything, and then after spring really go back through everything at a little bit of a different pace for him. Now that it's not going to be the first time he's heard it, and he goes back through it, matches it up with the tape. I think he'll make a big stride, and then he needs a big summer, skills and drills and just timing, and just his confidence has grown. But you put in a whole offense, and you got a bunch of veteran guys out there, and he's the guy rolling in that's new. And now, but he just catches your eye because he's long, and he runs well. But what I like about him is, he some guys are big, but they don't use their body and play big, and he can do that. I've been really pleased with some of the plays that he's made, and then he's had some others that I think sometimes he just it's fast, and he's just thinking, am I doing the right thing? And so I think he'll get through that this summer, and I really anticipate him making a big jump by the time we get through fall camp. I really do. But I really love that kid. He's very mature. He's very serious about it. He's like the happiest guy on the team. He's just really, really happy. He's had a tough journey. He's just really happy to be at a place like Clemson, and it's been awesome. So I mean, we got 6 dudes at that position. I mean, for sure, dudes. And the guy that I'm probably most proud of is Tyler Brown. It's been great to see him have the type of spring that he's had. I mean, he had a day the other day. What is today? Wednesday. So Monday. He had a day Monday. Oh man. I mean, it was pretty special. And I mean, I'm talking about big time plays and really competitive work. And his confidence is really just getting back where it was. But he's just got a lot of experience now, and just much more maturity to go with it. So him and Antonio and Tristan and Wesco and TJ and Cole. I mean, that's 6 guys right there that can play the game at a high level. And so I'm really, really excited about where they are. 6 guys that'll play at the next level one day. They'll all those guys will have that opportunity. They're all at different stages, but it's really good. I mean, it's a good group. We stay healthy. They got a chance to be really good. And then that Teak is another guy that big time arrow up by his name, because he's worked both sides. We think he can help us on both sides. So I feel good about that. Marquez has been out, so really, and then Juju doesn't get here in the summer, and then Parker and Clark and Clay and those guys, Chase Bird. I mean, we got a pretty good little group of guys, but we got 6 show enough dudes, and it's exciting, for Cade and those quarterbacks, because they're getting better. and they've all flashed. They've all done. Antonio, I mean, he's a pro, and he's trying to become a better pro. And you know, TJ and Wesco now have experience. Wesco physically, I don't know if y'all have seen him, but he doesn't even look the same from what he did this time last year, and that's really shown up on the practice field. You know, just he made a play Monday as well on Avion. It was an unbelievable play, and he probably doesn't make it this time last year, but now he's just stronger, so he's got a little bit more ability to hold the line and a little bit more collision, you know, endurance to you know, finish with the type of body control on a high point ball with a guy into you. So those guys have all done some good things. But really, Tyler Brown was the guy we really needed to get back rolling. And then Tristan was a guy I didn't know. You know, you got to see it. And so I think we're in a good spot at that position if we stay healthy. Same thing at running back. I know that's a big question mark, you know, from probably y'all's perspective because you don't know much about our guys, but I really love our running backs. I mean, you know, I hate Jarvis is out because he was really having a good spring, and now he's got a midfoot sprain, so he's out. But Adam Randall has been, it has gone better than we hoped. So I'm really, really excited for our team and for him. He's really different. It creates some challenges, you know, because of his skill set and then what his past is. I thought Easy had his best day today. Had a really, really good day. Gid has been very steady and consistent, you know, all spring long. So obviously Jay is a guy that would have ran out there probably first if we'd have been out here, but so he's a guy we got a lot of confidence in, but we won't see him again until August when we get back out. But when it's all said and done, we got a lot of work to do, but I think it's going to be a really good group, and you know, just got to keep putting the work in. You know, that's where the confidence comes. Just put the work in. Got to be about the work.
Saw Tristan Lee on a scooter on Monday. What's he dealing with?
He had a little procedure just to, you know, help him kind of get over that ankle a little bit. So he'll be fine.
Was it something happened to previous
In practice, yeah, last whatever. I guess it was Monday. You know, so just midfoot sprain but you know, those are painful and sore, and it's gonna probably put him out for about 4 or 5 weeks or so.
Tristan and Walker just kind of out, who are some younger offensive linemen that have got more reps and have impressed you, or maybe you've seen.
We got
stuff
guys
from
getting
them.
reps, you don't even know their names out there. Matt Luke is unbelievable. I don't even know. I'm like, well, holy moly. I can't even, I'm like not looking. But again, we're just down so many guys. But we got to practice because these guys, this second tight end needs to get that work, right? So, you know, we got Seth Carranzas at left guard. You know who he is?
No, I haven't
you
heard
don't. You know, so, I mean, it's been a little bit of a mixed bag, but you know, I mean, the young guys that we're really that we're forcing the issue with, obviously Braden Jacobs and Easton Ware. Those are two guys that they got bright futures, and Mason Wade as well. And, you know, O'Connell, he's a guy that's been getting a ton of work. I mean, we feel really good about Linthicum and Harris. Blake has had a great spring. You know, he's getting work, but we limit he's on a pitch count because he's played a ton of snaps, so we're just forcing the issue with all those other guys. You know, Gavin Blanchard, he's a guy, he's getting second team reps galore. So all those guys, it's good for him. I think today the starting left tackle was Braden, and the starting left guard was O'Connell with the ones. And it's kind of, you know, running at different guys out there each day. But man, what a great opportunity, you know. I mean, and oh yeah, there's T.J. Parker. Go get him, Braden. You know, and you know he got exposed early, but then he settled in, and I think that's just great, you know, for those guys. To get the speed of the game at this level. So that's the good thing, you know. I mean, obviously you wish Tristan and Walker and you know, Elijah Thurman. I mean, we got a lot of guys that aren't out there. Sadler, who might be as good a lineman as we have. Those guys they'll all be out there in August, but they've had all these postseason stuff. So I think in the long run, we'll be much further along, just simply because these guys have had to. I mean, they've had to really come along quicker because they've gotten way more reps than they would normally get this time of year.
How's guys like Colin Griffin or Ricardo Jones kind of developed so far?
Kylan has had a great spring, and unfortunately, he got hurt the other day, or I don't know. He just had a strain in his leg, so he's going to be out for the rest of spring. Really hate it because he's had a really good spring. Ricardo had a big interception today. Ricardo's a guy that flashes every time he's out on the field. I mean, he brings great energy. He's tough. I like how he plays the game. He can just lose control. He can be a totally out of control player at times, and that's where he's got to grow. And that's our job to develop that. But I thought Ronan had one of the best plays in the game today. 2-minute drill, best breakaway on easy. I mean, it's a touchdown. It's a touchdown to win situation, and Ronan went and got him down. You know, and it was a physical tackle, and you know those are hard tackles to make in the open field by yourself. You know, if he scores, the game's over, and then we ended up getting a pick. I think Ricardo got the pick on that drive. So, you know, those guys are all getting better. I mean, I feel good. I think Kylan and those guys, and then you know Billings and Noah Dixon. Noah had a sack today. You know, they're all making Kylan Webb. They're all making strides.
You guys are obviously having the spring game, but no live TV broadcast. You think that's kind of the way this stuff might go, to where you're going to do it, you're going to have a scrimmage, but you're maybe not putting 3 hours of here's our entire team for everybody to see.
Yeah, it's probably where it'll end up, but we're going to produce it. I mean, I think we're doing our own in-house type of a deal, you know, so it'll be a good day. Where again we're going to definitely have a game type of deal, but we're just down so many people. It's hard to fully split the team, so we'll probably have everybody. We'll probably have a true offense, first offense, second offense, but go against each other, but probably keep them on the same side. Defense on one, offense on the other, so we can sub like we need to without having them on different sides of the field. So it's going to be a fun day. It'll be good. We'll probably might even open up with maybe a period or two of like 7-on-7 skelly, OLDL pass rush, and then jump into the scrimmage from there. So it'll be a great day, a lot of fun. A bunch of recruits coming, and hope it's a great opportunity to come out and see our team. Everybody's going to play. Everybody's going to have opportunity to see the guys, and we got a few guys that will take a ton of reps, but we may not tackle them. We may not tackle Antonio, but he'll be out there. He's going to go. We'll tag off on him. It's going to be a good competitive day. Be a lot of fun.
I would imagine since it's not on TV, you expect to see a good crowd there.
Yeah, so honestly, that's kind of what I'm hoping. It's kind of always been easy. We've always had great crowds at the spring game, but that was because we could have had it on TV. It was our decision for it not to be on TV. It wasn't like somebody didn't want to do it. Just we made the decision to do our own in-house thing. But one of the things is I hope that'll even spark more people to come. It's just a free opportunity to come see the Tigers. And we need it. And again, as I've said many times, this is the only opportunity that we have to create a game, a feel like where there's some, goosebumps and a little lump in your throat, and you're out there and it feels like a game. It's Tiger Walk. You're coming down the hill and trying to create that. I mean, we have so many guys on this team that have really not played a lot. And so this is the only chance we get. I mean, I wish if we had 2 preseason games, y'all think we could get 50,000+ people to show up and see the Tigers play a preseason game in August? I guarantee you we could. And that'd be great, but we don't get that. So this is the only opportunity that we get to create that. And we got all these mid-years, and these kids, they need to feel that, because the next time we have that is playing LSU. So it's a great opportunity to, really, I think, develop a team a little bit in a good environment.
Deion Sanders says he'd love to have somebody come out and play. Fran Brown from Syracuse said, I'll come play it. Would you like to have, East Carolina, somebody you don't play, come and
I think y'all can probably rewind every spring practice for the past 12 years, and I think I've said that for years and years and years. I've said that forever. It's never doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, from Pee Wee League to middle school to high school, we are the only level of football to the NFL. And we don't get to practice against anybody. We can't scrimmage anybody. I've never understood that. And so, as a head coach, anytime somebody grabs an ankle, all 22 of them on the field are your guys, right? It'd be nice to only be 50% invested. It just is what it is. And plus, that's why the NFL does that. They need to be able to go and you get comfortable going against each other and, see a different, and you have a practice. You control it. You can do some one-on-one, some pass rush, some inside, some 7-on-7. There's a lot of things you can do situational work. I've never understood it. In fact, we're the only sport in college that can't do it. Baseball plays people, soccer plays people, basketball, rundown and scrimmage, Georgia. I don't know, who knows? I don't know why we do half the stuff we do, but it's kind of crazy. Maybe one day.
Jeremiah Alexander, sort of your take on him positionally.
Yeah, he made a couple of nice plays today, and he's a guy that I think, just like I said about Tristan, because again he's not only transitioned into linebacker, now he's transitioned into new terminology and all that stuff. So, but it's been great because we've been able to get him a ton of reps and a ton of work. Same thing. I think you'll see just like him and Tristan. I put them in the same category. I think both those guys will continue to go like that between now and end of August.
What about Will Hill? Is he kind of in that same bucket, or is he kind of more advanced?
Well, he's just played a lot more football at this level at his position. So I mean, he looks like he just looks like he's been here for 4 years. I mean, he looks exactly like I thought he should look. I had a sack today. He's gonna help us.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
By being plagued by the certain injuries that you do have, how do you approach assessing those guys in game time before LSU?
Yeah, well, so a lot of work to do this summer, and so there's a bunch that happens between now and LSU. So we got again the whole summer, skills and drills, all that stuff, and then you got all camp. So, and then a lot of the guys that are out are guys that have played a lot of ball for us and we know a lot about. So, that part of it is good. But there's some others, unfortunately, like Jarvis now, who's out for the rest of the spring. But he did get some good work that you hate to see. But Jay Lou, he's played a lot of football, but would have been nice to have him out there this spring. But when we become a complete team, we'll be a deeper team, and we'll have a lot of experience show up. So those guys they're not starting from scratch when we get out there on the field with them in August. A lot of these guys, Walker Parks and Elijah Thurman, he got to play last year. He got some good experience. Sadler's played a lot of football for us. Tristan obviously has played a lot of football. Jay Haynes got some good experience last year. He's not a freshman anymore. He's a redshirt sophomore. Olsen, we'll get him back. He's played some. So, man, what a great opportunity for Sapp and Bentoncourt and Logan Brooking. I mean, they've had a fire hose on them all spring. Just here it comes. And so that's been good for them.
Is it a blessing in disguise? Maybe is it a silver lining for you? Maybe to be able to see some of those guys in the game, in the spring game for you that you might not be able to see in other circumstances. Is it a silver lining for you?
Yeah, I think the glass is always half full of me. If y'all have been around me long enough, hopefully I've demonstrated that throughout my time that I try to always see it as half full, and there's a positive in everything. And obviously wish everybody was out there, but okay, well they're not. So man. Well, what can we do? Man, here's what we can do. We can get Braden Jacobs and Easton Ware and Big Moose. We can get them all this work and really bring them further along. Man, we can get Sapp and Bentoncourt and Logan Brooking, more reps, because Olsen's going to come back, and obviously he's going to be a key guy right there. We can really force the issue. Jay's been out. I hate that, but it's allowed us to really develop Adam and get him a ton of work at that position, which he needs to grow his confidence against good people. So all that's been really good. So there's definitely a silver lining. Same thing, at linebacker and forcing the issue with some of those guys. You take a guy like Woodaz, we feel pretty confident in him, and got him on a pitch count. And we just know what we have, and we really need to strain Jeremiah, and we need to strain little Woodaz, and we need to strain Cooper Taylor, and all those guys. So that part of it, there's a silver lining to it.
11 practices in, how have you seen with Ben at linebacking coach? How have you seen that transition with Sammy and those guys?
He's just a pig in mud. He just rolls around out there, jumps in there with them, and he loves it. He's great. He's the same guy every day. He works really hard at it. Just like he did as a player. I just see him approach it every day, just like he did when he was a player here. He shows up. He's prepared. He brings a lot of toughness. He's loud. So it's been great. It's been a good fit for us.
Is there a position group that made the biggest jump from the first scrimmage to today's scrimmage that you see?
A position?
A position group.
I need to probably watch the tape, but probably running back. Probably from the first one. I thought they did some good stuff today. It was good to see it.
As you said, decision to not put it on TV, that was yours.
Yeah.
Like, did tampering play a role in that at all, would you say?
No.
The idea of putting it on TV for other people to see?
No.
Not really part of the discussion?
No, just didn't want to deal with all the drama. Just do it, and again, and hopefully hope we get more people here. No, I'm not worried about that stuff. People are going to tamper. If they don't want to be here, don't be here. We'll go get somebody. I'm really not worried about it. So it's not you can't run from that stuff. People tamper, they tamper. The kids want to leave, they can leave. It's that simple. But we've led the nation. We're at the top of the nation, I think, 2 years in a row in retention. But maybe half the team leaves in a couple weeks. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out.
Let's go back to Adam. He was talking about with us just patience to the holes. One of those things you obviously have to learn being a receiver, going to running back. How have you seen him approach?
The patience has really been natural for him. If you really know Adam, most of his life he played quarterback and running back. He really moved to receiver because he wanted to be Julio. And that's why he's number 8. But somewhere along the line so it's really it's natural. It's natural. He's not he sees it. He's got good patience. I think the biggest thing is just getting to where it's just everything is natural from a ball handling and all that stuff. When you haven't done it a lot, it's got to be like breathing. Like, we don't sit around and think about breathing, right? We don't go, let me take a breath, or, oh, let me blink. We just do it. And that's the way ball handling has to be. It's got to just be, you just do it. You don't think about it, and so that's reps. So that's been what we've really, spent a ton of time, and it's been great. He's done a really, really good job. Obviously, he understands all the passing game. I would say the biggest thing for him has been the pass pro part. The running part, it's natural, but the pass pro part, and really understanding the protections and the technique, that's where he's had to not start from scratch, but that's where he's had to make the biggest jump. And he's done a good job, man. He's a physical kid. He's always blocked people, in space. So it's not a hard thing, but knowing how it's all tied together with the front, and you got people going all over the place, and knowing who you got, and eyes on the right thing, and then again the proper technique to go with it. That's been a big part of his progression this spring. I'm really proud of him, though. I'm telling you, he has had a really good spring. Really good spring. It's been fun to watch. He just seems happy. I don't know if y'all noticed that about him, but he just has this. Just seems really happy. So and it's really good to see that. He's been through a lot, and it just seems like he just kind of found his stride, and he's really pouring into it.
Jamal Anderson moving around at all? Trying to.
He's been out all spring. Yeah, he's.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I thought I saw him in the.
No, he had surgery. He's been out.
I thought.
Yeah, no, he's been out all spring. He's moving around in a yellow jersey. He's been out there.
You said you want to see Amari Adams versus some peers. I know obviously injuries on the offensive line, but what have you seen from him going against guys at this level?
He's another guy with Capehart out. Capehart's kind of just got all the indie stuff because of his recovery, and Steph Island out, for the spring. Champ Thompson out for the spring. It's been a great opportunity for Amari, and so he's gotten a ton of reps. So what we've seen is he's gonna help us. That's what we've seen.
I guess what about what he does tells you that?
He's big and he moves people, and he knows how to win. He can destruct blocks. He's twitchy. He's smart. I mean, that's what it is. Big, strong, destructive human being.
Anything else for Coach? All right, Coach. Thank
All
you.
right, appreciate it.
David.